Hello and welcome to today's lecture. Before we get started, let me remind you that we have the Photograph Chair program coming up on June 14th. So as I've mentioned before, what that means is you take a picture of yourself and email it to us or send it to us, and then I have all of those with me when I go to Los Angeles to the Western Gate. On the 13th of June, I will treat your picture. And then on the 14th, I will place your picture in the Chair of Genesis. This will be just like a standard chair program, except instead of you being there for the treatment and sitting in the chair, it's your picture that's going to be there. Now, that will still provide you with a benefit. But of course, the cost of this, most of it goes as a deposit towards a future actual chair program where you're going to be there in person. The cost is $300 and you get a $200 credit towards a future chair program. We'll have a future chair program just as soon as travel becomes easier and they relax the requirements that only 10 people are in a room at a time, because we'll have 15 to 20 people in a conference room at a hotel during a chair program. So we have to wait for that time. And then we'll have a chair program. So we hope that that'll happen during the course of this summertime. So if you are interested in participating in the photograph program for the Chair of Genesis, let us know quickly, because as I mentioned to you a week ago, we have limited space. We can accommodate 24 photographs, 24 people in this particular program, because we have only so many hours of daylight and we can only use the Chair of Genesis during daylight hours. So that is our limitation. If you're interested, get in touch with us, call us, and let us know so that we can reserve a space for you. Sunday, we had our first worldwide map treatment. I'm sure that it was exciting for you. I know it was exciting for me. I enjoyed doing it with you, knowing that right there during those 10 minutes, we were all doing the same thing all around the world to help make the world a better place. So I enjoyed that, and I just wanted to say one more time what Tote himself told Cindy when she had asked, she was calling for Lantos to give information on this, and Tote was the one who showed up, showing how much he actually cared about this, what we were doing with the worldwide map treatment. When Cindy explained what we were doing, he said, "Purification, waves of purification spreading like wings around the world." Waves of purification spreading like wings around the world. So that's what we did on Sunday, and we'll do it every Sunday so that we can all continue to do our part to help make the world a better place right now. And in line with this concept, I'm going to read a message from Lantos, and this message is almost 10 years old. On these days when we do lectures, if I don't have new information from Lantos, if I don't have new instructions that we need to go over, I will most of the time select an old message from Lantos that is relevant to what we're wanting to focus on. And these messages are timeless. They're valid from 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, 2 years ago. They're valid at the moment they're given. They're valid at all times. And for most of us, a message that we released once 10 years ago has long since left our memory. So this will be a good way for us to focus again on the important knowledge that Lantos has given us over the past couple of decades. Cindy asked Lantos, how can the Masters of Light best use the light which they receive in the Chair of Genesis? So you'll notice this deals with the Chair of Genesis, and we're focusing on the upcoming Chair of Genesis program. That is what makes this particular message a timely message. So how can you best use the light that you receive in the Chair of Genesis? And here was Lantos's answer. Beautiful question. It is a beautiful question. It is a great blessing to receive such supreme upliftment. This experience of opening oneself to the experience of the sublime light of Genesis. This experience is a supreme accomplishment, on the physical level of existence. One's status is raised to the highest level of human existence. One's cellular structure has been opened to the blessings of the most sublime level of creation. In the presence of the King, one feels elevated. One is elevated to a higher level of functioning. The cells carry the memory of this direct experience to the highest level of creation, the source of creation. It is not just an experience on the level of thinking. It is not just an experience on the level of feeling. It is an experience based in the most fundamental structural level of individual existence. It is based on the level of that physical mechanism of human existence, the individual cellular framework, which gives rise to human existence. The experience of the chair of Genesis affects all levels of existence, all levels of experience, all areas of experience. Now, after one has received these great blessings, what is one to do? It is the responsibility of the king to rule. It is the responsibility of the doctor to heal. Once one is equipped with great knowledge, great power, one also receives great responsibility. For those precious few individuals on this planet who have received the blessings of the sublime light of Genesis, it is their responsibility to govern the course of humanity. Because one has received the highest blessings open to physical existence, that experience of the sublime radiance of the eternal light, one is now charged with the mantle of lighting the way, issued with the responsibility of charting the course for all humanity. And how does one chart this course, this blessed path to be traversed by all? It is through the unshakable connection with the source of creation, which has been established on the fundamental level of one's existence, that provides the ability to proceed with the activities of generating the blessed light of Genesis for all. Dear ones, beloved masters of the light of Genesis, you are just that, masters of the light of Genesis. When you see humanity suffering, it is your role to correct the path, set straight the course for humanity to move, just as it is the role of the loving parent to set straight the path of actions for the child. You are blessed with the role of enlivening the limitless radiance of eternal light in the daily lives of all on earth. You are masters of the light of Genesis. You are also masters of the blessed tools of Genesis. These are our tools. The doctor's knowledge is well and fine, but to perform the surgery effectively, the doctor also requires the proper tools. Yes? And so, too, the skilled masters of the light of Genesis will use the blessed tools of Genesis to perform their function of charting the course for humanity as we approach the very great light of transformation within the coming few years. Yes, 2-3 years. It is a very critical time. We must train more masters of the light of Genesis. And our beloved masters of the light of Genesis must begin to use their skills with greater regularity and focused dedication. If there is an oil spill, the blessed masters of the light of Genesis are equipped with the tools, the proper tools, to alter the course, to set straight the path for humanity. You see? And many more masters are required. In the hands of a gardener, the physician's tools will not be so effective in performing the task of surgery. Only in the trained hands will the desired effects be met. Yes? Many blessings. So we see from that message, that beautiful message from Lantos 10 years ago, talking about what you do when you are blessed with the great light of Genesis, the full radiance of the sublime light of Genesis, which is instilled within the cellular structure of your body when you participate in the Chair of Genesis program. And Lantos focused on not just the blessing for you, but the responsibility for you to help the rest of the world. Not just a few people, not just a handful of people, but everyone in the world. And that's what we're doing every Sunday with the Worldwide Map treatment. We are helping everyone in the world. Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great rest of your week. Remember, call us if you want to have your photograph included in the Chair of Genesis program on June 14th, 13th, and 14th, and we'll reserve a spot for you. I'll speak with you again on Sunday.